here's the host of Voices of the Tri-States, Cindy.
And good afternoon, Tri-States, and welcome to this edition of your radio magazine, Voices of the Tri-States. Today we are talking technology, and some technology for her, but also for him, so to speak. In the studio, our technology guru, Michael Herron of Herron & Associates. And Michael, good afternoon.
Well, good afternoon and happy Mother's Day.
Well, happy Mother's Day as well. We're a day late, but not
That's
a
right.
dollar short. My goodness, Michael, you've got all kinds of gadgets and things like this. I suppose some folks are probably thinking out there, why didn't you have this on before Mother's Day? But that's okay. Mom's probably thinking, you know what? Those flowers were great, but some of this technology will be even better. So why not let it be Mother's Day all year round, right?
That's right.
But we've got some neat things that we're going to talk about today, some funky new gadgets, as well as we've got some virus stuff, not so funky, so to speak, some nasty stuff coming up here as well. So let's just first start out, Michael, a wristwatch, something that, you know, had actually been losing popularity, really.
Right.
And now we've got a new gadgetry on this. Tell me what's going on.
Well, first of all, I want to wish my mother a happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to Michael Herron's mother. Happy Mother's Day.
And not only that, and of course my wife, it's just absolutely amazing. You know, one thing I'm going to talk about, and these are going to reflect to that. One thing I've always said, and not just saying it because it's Mother's Day, but you know, women are actually smarter than men.
Okay, I'm going to go with that. I'm going with that, Michael.
You know, when we start looking at these, and we'll get into details, and I'll show some of this, the statistics, where we're going to get some of this information from today. This study actually came from Harvard. And they went through and they looked at all the different possibilities, like this wristwatch that we're talking about. There was a day that people carried a pocket watch.
Right.
Right? And then we went to wristwatch, and then we kind of went back to the pocket watch. If you think about it, when somebody asks me what time it is, they pulled their phone out.
Right.
And now the phones are talking to the wristwatches, but they're doing a whole lot more. And that's what I want to talk about. One of the studies that they did at Harvard, the Harvard Medical School went through and they found out that they rise earlier than men do, and they have shorter sleep cycles.
Okay.
So it's really hard for them for the average woman out there to really understand what their sleep patterns are like, and they're, doing all kinds of things, doing stuff late at night for the kids are getting ready for
stuff
school.
ready for the morning,
exactly,
right?
and then they get up real early and get things done of all the washing and the things that us men should be doing, But
you like watching the TV and the big game.
all
Okay,
those things.
I get it.
So what these companies are doing, and there's several companies out there that are doing this, is they're actually monitoring people's sleep. And so you can monitor, you're a man or a woman, it doesn't make a difference. You can monitor your sleep and actually see what's going on through the night. Instead of having to go into, the medical center.
A sleep clinic or something like that. You're doing with this a wristwatch?
You can do this with a wristwatch.
Okay.
This is starting to happen. And not only that, but we're now be able to do things like our heart rate, our steps, a pedometer built right into these things.
Okay.
Calorie counter, so it watches your counting when you take
Turning
in.
that one off.
And not only that we're doing the calorie, but the calories burned that we do. So when how many steps that we do, the calculations are easy to do that with. And there's a whole bunch of other things that MP3 players. So instead of having to carry your phone with you and you want to go on a jog,
Right.
you don't have to tape or somehow get this thing that hooks these big phones on the side of your arm.
Duct tape, right?
Yeah, exactly. You can utilize the MP3 builders, and some of the ones like the new Gear 2 came out, it has 2.5 gigs. That's a lot of MP3s.
Right.
Exactly. And now the cameras are getting even better on them. The Dick Tracy times and things like that we used to see. Get Smart.
Just would flip your wrist and
Right.
it's like, there he is, right on the wrist.
Right.
Yep, okay.
And so now these are doing the same things, and with this new, monitoring your sleep habits, it's even better. So this is incredible where this is going. It really is. And you can get apps for these to even do more things. So this is pretty cool stuff.
So these are out on the market right now.
Yes.
Okay, so something that you might think about is the futuristic, not so futuristic wristwatch. Mobile printers. This is something that is kind of neat out there too, and you'd said that there's kind of a rock superstar out there that is really into the mobile printer as well, right?
Lady Gaga was quoted at the Consumer Electronics Show. It says she herself carries one of these. This is a 3-inch by 4-inch printer. So if you think about it, those 3x5s and what you want to be able to shoot, we all talk about taking pictures, and we all have, everybody's taking pictures
Right,
everywhere.
right.
But then where do you print them at? And you go print them on your printer at home, it doesn't necessarily always look good, unless you get yourself a really nice printer, and it costs a lot of money. So now what you're able to do is get this little printer that fits in your purse, and you're able to print right there. Someone says, oh, I'd like to have a copy of that. Hit the print button, boom, there it is.
There's a picture, mainly for pictures, is that what that is for then?
Mainly,
okay.
mainly. But if you wanted to print something out and hand somebody a report, you can print right to that 3x5.
As long as it's good on the 3x5, a
Yeah.
recipe might be a good thing to have on there.
That's a
Okay.
great one.
For ladies in the store, your shopping list.
Yes.
You know, GPS also, I know GPS gadgets, we've had a lot of those out for a while, but more and more are coming out, I guess.
Well, not only just are they coming out, but they're getting really good. And not only that the quality of them are good, they're voice activated now, whether it's the GPS standalone or the smartphones.
Okay.
These are getting to be incredible. For instance, my wife loves to go to garage sales.
Okay.
And I like going around. She hates me going around because I pretty much know the area well enough. I
Right.
can drive to it. But I'll tell you what, when we go from one garage sale to the other side, it's use the GPS. I look at where it is, and if somebody out there, this is for you, if you want to make a garage sale, if you put it up on Craigslist, there's apps. People are using apps that automatically go out there and map it for you.
Wow.
Absolutely incredible, and uses your GPS and takes you and drives you right to the next garage sale.
I'd never thought about Craigslist, first of all, for a garage sale, but
Right.
you can do that. But, the other thing I was thinking, you talked about going with your wife, and I was thinking, like when we do the big Dubuque garage sale, or other cities do them as
Right.
well, husband and wife want to split off, I'm going down to the end of the block, I'm going over
Yep.
here. When you want to find out where the other one is at, or maybe if you want to find out that he just found the neighbor's house that has the football game going on,
Yep.
you could just simply GPS him, right?
You can simply GPS them, or you can actually have there's apps out there that uses the GPS in the phones. You can see where your family's at. So if you want to know where the kids are at, where the husband's at, where the wife's at any given time, or what bar your buddy's in, or your girlfriend's in, or whatever it is.
I hope your
right?
buddy and your girlfriend aren't together at the
That's
bar.
right,
Okay.
and so there's some really neat apps that you can do, and there's even devices now that you can plug directly into the car port, the diagnostic port in a car, and now you can find out how fast your teenagers are going, the average mile per hour, all those
Whether they
things.
stop at the stop sign.
All those things, you can tell how often they're using the brakes, all those things you can do. There's some gadgets out there, not only just apps for your smartphone, but there's like gadgets, a standalone gadget that plugs in whether you tell your teenagers about it or not, that's up to you, and you can actually track where your car is going and where it's been and the stops that it has. That you can actually look at the map, where it's all been, how fast it's gone, the highest rate of speed it's been. Absolutely amazing GPS gadgets that you can get and use, whether you're tracking a teenager or you just want to know that your route is at the end of the day or where you've been.
Now, are these all on phones, or like you mentioned, you've got the one plug-in device for
Yeah.
the car that plugs in there? Or is it something, and I heard about this, and I don't know which tennis shoe maker is doing this, but some of the kids' shoes, they're GPSing some of those too, that you can mobile app them.
You
too.
sure
Is
can.
that-
It's the same type of thing that these watches are using, so they're using the technology and putting it in with the shoes.
Oh my goodness,
Yes.
wow, isn't that something, Michael?
So pedometer, all that stuff's built right in.
Right into the tennis shoes.
Yep.
Wow. They're not just for playing basketball anymore,
No, they're
so.
not.
Okay, one of the things that I know a lot of times when people are going on vacation particularly, they like to read books, and now with the e-readers, it has made it so much simpler if you're going on a plane particularly, because they don't take up that much space. Something new with the e-readers coming out.
Well, here's the thing. Once again, Harvard did this study and they found that there's more women reading than men. Imagine that.
Again, not surprising.
Here we go. That just
Except
shows that
for you,
theory.
Michael, you just blow all theories out of the water.
Well, I train a lot of ladies, and they train me, so
Okay.
it helps even out the whole thing, So,
Okay.
I thank my mom again, giving me this ability to
talk with the ladies and to train the ladies. Okay.
Right, and so these e-readers are amazing. They
Okay.
really are. They're easier on your eyes now. And we go from the e-reader clear up to the iPad, and then of course we have the different phablets and the different things like that. And you mix all these together. Instead of going to, whether you're waiting at an appointment, whether it's at a clinic or a hospital or whatever you're waiting at, instead of picking up these, germ-infected, magazines and all these different types of things.
From the 1950s or whatever.
You know,
right?
now people can read their books that they want to read, when they want to read, and where they leave off, all those kind of things. And it's just amazing what the e-readers are doing. And, you know, the Nielsen data shows us that, you know, people are really using this stuff. It isn't a fad. This is something that people are using. You know, I read a lot of my books that I use technically. They're cheaper. I mean, I'm not killing trees, all that kind of stuff that, you know, people were thinking about. Very ecological. And it helps us put together our thoughts. And now, with these new tablets, we can actually draw on these things. You know, just like we do with, you know, when we're doing an article and, you know, want to circle something, highlight it, underline it, you can do all that stuff on these new e-readers tablets.
Okay, now something, I tell you what, we're going to take a break, but I got to mention this as just a little bit of a tease. I believe it's called the Ever Purse,
That's
right?
right.
Okay.
That's right.
This is a purse, folks, a technological purse, huh? Right? Okay, you got your interest piqued a little bit. We're going to find out about that when we come back. But again, if you have a question for Michael, any technology issue, really, give us a call here, 690-1370. Michael's going to try to answer it for you, but we'll take that break and we will be right back.
Get ready to go.
And we are back on Voices of the Tri-States. In the studio again, I have Michael Herron of Herron & Associates, talking about some technology gadgets today. Michael, I'm going to let you give out your phone number again. I know sometimes folks want to give you a call after the show maybe, or contact you somehow, but how can they do that?
You bet. They can call me at 563-542-8765.
Alrighty, we do have a caller standing by. We've got Jeannie on the line, and Jeannie, you're on the air. Go ahead with your question. Oh, that's a really good question. Michael, go ahead.
I'd be glad to answer. That's a great question, Jeannie. You bet they do. There are systems out there right now that you can subscribe to, just kind of like you probably heard of OnStar, and that's a subscription that you can get, but right on your phone. Believe it or not, you can work with, there's a lot of local places right now that sell them, just like you think of every time we have the remote starters and things like that. There's companies here in Dubuque that offer those, that you can actually unlock your car with your phone.
Alrighty, Jeannie, thanks for the call on that. You know, and Michael, that's something, I guess, with the technology, there's always those practical applications that we just never know, you know, where we're going to head with some of these things. But the Ever Purse, tell me about this. What does the Ever Purse do for us?
Well, the Ever Purse is absolutely the ultimate purse that's technologically on steroids.
Okay.
You know, this is the one. Imagine this. You know, you have children and they come up, Mom, my phone's dead, my iPad's dead, my whatever, my pod, whatever is dead, right?
Yep. And Mom's always like, oh my gosh, where's the plug-in?
Right.
Or you can't unplug the toaster, we're having breakfast.
Right, exactly. Now you can they can come up, plug their phone into the purse.
Into Mom's purse.
Into Mom's purse, and it'll charge, and it's amazing. You got 10 hours with a charge on here.
Well,
10 hours.
It's just like Mom, I'm thinking the Ever Purse because she just keeps going and going and going. You like that? You like that? Oh
Yes.
my goodness. But you also have the Rebecca Minkoff, I'm going to say this right,
Yes, that's right.
Stella Audio Clutch.
That's right. So what they did, the Stella Audio Clutch, this company have made this incredible purse, but they didn't have no design to it.
Okay.
That's what they got with Rebecca Minkoff. And, you know, she's an excellent designer out of New York.
Okay.
They put this together, and you have this incredible design, but yet an incredible audio system. Like if you went to some place and got a great audio amplifier,
Right.
well, this purse has this built in it.
Holy smokes, wow.
You gotta see it, and you gotta hear it to believe it. It's absolutely amazing. And it looks good.
Okay, and it works.
And it works
And
awesome.
it actually works. It not only looks good, but it works. Now then you've also got the Jackery, am I pronouncing this right? The Jackery Mini Portable Charger?
Yeah, so this is a little device. It's not very big. You know, it actually talks about it's here less about 3 ounces.
Okay.
So it's not really big, but this will give you. So once again, the biggest push right now is to be able to have battery life, more battery life. You know, and a lot of things like the iPod series, the iPhone series, you can't take the batteries out. Now on almost all the Androids, you can remove a battery, so you could order an extra battery, but on the series, you can't.
Okay.
So you have to have something, you know, when you're dead, you're dead. If you're not plugged in, you're down. Now with these devices, with this Ever Purse, and now with this this Jackery, it's a little device that's 3 inches long, it weighs about 3 ounces.
Okay.
And you can just plug this in, and now you have another 10 hours worth of charging time.
Oh my goodness gracious, wow.
Yeah.
Now there's also a tote bag. Tell me about the tote bag.
Well, this tote bag, it's not quite like the EverPurse, but this allows you to carry all the things you want to do. You know, especially moms are out there, they're always saying, Mom, carry this, Mom, carry that. Now you got this tote bag that is technologically sound. It has a lot of things in there for the charging, you can have extra cables, all these extra wires
I'm
and
just
things.
laughing on this.
And there's pockets for all this stuff.
Right.
Plus the things that a person needs, you know,
Right.
all the things you need. So this is an amazing tote bag. It has incredible design to it, and it has all kinds of pockets and things for your laptop, for your pads, your
Whatever
pods,
you want.
name it.
It is so cool. I guess that's why I smile too, is
Yeah.
that it's technologically savvy, but yet it's somewhat fashionable for the ladies
Yes.
to still have this going. And for the kids and the family, it's like, hey, you're right. You know, I think back to when, my mom was stuffing everything in her purse. She could have been on, the Let's Make a Deal or whatever. What was it when the guy went around and is like, oh, do you have a boiled egg in your purse? Why, here it is. Now
That's
they'll
right.
say, hey, do you have 25 feet of coax cable? Why, by the way, here we go. I'm taking it out of my tote. Well, Michael, this one floored me. This next one, folks, is going to floor you too. Not to be outdone by the EverPurse, which I think is still kind of a cute
amazing.
idea, but we'll go with the cute circuit clothing, CCC, something like
Right.
that.
That's the name of the company.
That's the name of the company. But they've got some lingerie, some undergarments that are doing some double duty here, right?
You know, we know all the wearables. This is the category called a wearable.
Okay.
And we think of the brand new fit devices, the watches that we talked about, the fitness, the Google Glass, right? We talk about the smart watches. All those different types of things are called wearables.
Right.
But now they're coming out, and this here, what we're really specifically talking with is about, this is clothing. So
Okay.
it's dresses, okay? And it allows you to have this incredible, those blinks and the blings and the things that you wouldn't necessarily think. And it even works along with, so Bluetooth, you can get music to actually blink with your dress. And it goes along with this too. This is kind of the crazy things that are out there.
Yeah.
There is even a bra that allows you that seconds, it doubles as a gas mask.
Well, you just you get, like I said, it gets the double duty, so to speak.
Double duty, I like this.
You like that? But I look at this and I'm thinking, wow, for your Ukrainian girlfriend out there, if you're going over to Russia and you might be taking over, well, just give this to her as a nice little,
Right.
there we go.
You got
So
your gas mask.
You
Go
got
right
your
in.
gas mask just in case there's a sudden takeover. You're all set and ready to go. But the clothing, that part is just, I
It
don't
is
know,
neat.
it's amazing.
You gotta see this, folks. Go out to Google and type in cute circuit clothing, and you'll get a chance to see this stuff. It's amazing. It really
And
is.
like you said, LED technology, it's into the gowns, into the mini dresses.
Yep.
So I suppose if you wanted to have a little, like you said, the bling, instead of having like the rhinestones, you could just have some lights that go on, say you're going out to the
And they're
club or
really
something like
elegant
that.
and looks really neat, and
Really,
nobody else has
it doesn't
this.
look tacky.
Too bling, no.
Okay, I'm
But
gonna
in
have to
some
see it.
cases, too bling is not enough anyhow.
Okay, I'm gonna
Right.
have to see it to believe it, so to speak. And I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna take a look at that. But we've also got, on the more demure side of things, headphones for her.
Practical, finally,
Okay.
finally.
That's okay, I'm
You
more of
know,
a practical girl.
I'm not sure if you use too many headsets or not, but, the ones we use in the
In the
studio
studio?
aren't exactly,
They're
what
just
we're-
very, plain headsets.
Right.
But we've got something specifically for her.
They finally made these. These were designed by women,
Okay.
for women.
Okay.
And it actually works for them. So you get the average one, I don't know what they're thinking, why they weren't thinking that, make one and design these for women. But this
Okay.
Cross has done that. And they're actually called headphones for her.
Okay,
And they're amazing, they really work, they fit well, they're earbuds, and they work in, they have smaller ones, not just the ones that come with like most of them. These are actually smaller even yet, and they
Okay.
actually design how it's work. A woman's canal is different actually than a man's ear canal, so they actually designed it specifically for this, and even for running, they fall out. This time, these ones do not. So they're really great, and they fit well, and they're amazing.
okay,
For women.
let's talk about the smarter smartphone You've got
Wow.
something, I know you've got this on my sheet, folks, he's got capitalized WOW, just big letters there,
It's
so
huge.
this has got to be something that is pretty spectacular.
If you haven't had a chance to get a smartphone yet, you're definitely not too late. But the things that these are doing now, we talked about the watch having a heart rate monitor in them, a pedometer in them. You have to go out and buy those separate like Fitbits and things like that to do that. Now the new smartphones are coming out with that stuff built right in. I'm holding it in my hands here today. This is the new Samsung Galaxy S5. This is an amazing, I mean, there's a lot of other companies who are going to follow with some of the footprints that Samsung is doing, but they're the leader in the industry right now. But some of the phones that are coming out are just incredible. You know, we talked earlier about the camera on these phones. This is a 16 megapixel camera. Most people don't have, you know, a regular digital camera that's a 16 megapixel camera. And these are, you know, you walk around with this. The average person can walk around with a 16 megapixel camera. And we've heard about the new, and we talked about it on the show, the new 4K TVs that are coming
Right.
out. Well, where do you get a camera that shoots, you know, video at 4K? Well, guess what? This new phone, this new Galaxy S5 has a built-in camcorder that shoots at 4K.
Wow.
Absolutely amazing.
Just to me, it's phenomenal how thin this is, folks. And it actually, I've still got a flip phone, and this is actually about the same weight as my flip phone.
And
So
it's shorter when you flip your phone out.
Yeah,
it's
it
shorter.
is.
It's thinner.
I'm still
Cindy,
a
we
dinosaur.
gotta get you one of these.
I'm still a dinosaur.
We're gonna get you there.
Okay, we'll get me there. Hey, but something that isn't gonna get me there, bad virus. Want to talk about the heart bleed before we go?
We do. You know, if you looked at the Business Times, this last one that just came, there's an article on page 8 on that. This is a bad virus, and they talk in here, the lady who did this article talks about the only way to do this, and we've talked about this many, many times on the show, is changing your virus. You're changing your passwords, folks. That's what you need to
Constantly.
do. You need to do that.
Usually about what? Once every 6 weeks, 4 weeks?
I tell people do it once a month.
Once a month.
You know, it really is, because and if you did it every 2 months, it'd be okay. But the third month, if you do this, that's what these, when this virus, the bleed heart virus out there, that's what it does. It gathers your information and then they sell it. So if you're changing your, and here's another problem, they talk about this in this article, if you change your, as soon as you heard about this and you change your password, you might have changed it too soon. So folks, all of you right now, whether you just changed it a month ago or not, change it again right now. Because you're safer to be able to do that, and it's going to help you and protect you from these bad guys.
Okay. Speaking of which, Michael, as always, if folks want to get a hold of you and get some more information on, again, protection for identity theft, how can they do that?
Yeah, you go out to my website. We got some great tools out there for you folks. Go to www.askjet.us. I'm a patriotic person, so I believe in using the .us instead of the .com. So it's, once again, it's www.askjet.us. And right off the bat, you're going to see under, Cindy, a place, if you're unsure about a website, do I go to that website or not? Someone sends it to you in an email, copy that URL, the address, the web address, go to my website and you can paste it in there. You'll see right at the top there, it says, not sure if website is safe. Click in there, paste it in there, and my website will actually go out. We partnered up with AVG, and it'll test that website to make sure it's okay before you go to it. It tests it on the cloud, not on your computer.
Fantastic. And Michael, again, if folks want to give you a call, what's the number?
Call me at 563-542-8765.
And anything else before we go today?
Well, I am definitely having I am having a antivirus and identity theft protection.
You're not on.
We're not on it, cut us off.
Wait.
The National Weather Service has issued severe thunderstorm watch number 150, effective until 8 p.m. This watch includes the following counties in Iowa: Delaware, Dubuque, Jackson, and Jones, and the following counties in Illinois: Carroll and Shore Davies. Remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means the conditions are favorable to the development of severe weather, including large hail and damaging winds, and close to the watch area. While severe weather
Okay, and Michael, we had to stop off there for some weather, but you just said something about some apps for weather?
You know, here's the folks, there's incredible apps out there that are just amazing that goes on your phone or on your computer. Like they said, tune into NOAA radio. How do you tune into NOAA?
If you're,
right?
yeah, in your car or
In
whatever.
your car, well, guess what? NOAA has actually apps that goes on your smartphones. Whatever the smartphone is, there's NOAA apps that are out there. And there's radar, absolutely. You don't have to no longer tune into that, whatever channel that is.
Except for KDTH.
We'll always tune into here.
Yep.
And we're here right now, we're live, so we're
Yep.
telling people this is the way to do it. So there's actual radar you can actually look at, and it's up to speed to the minute,
second,
to the
yep.
second, and you can actually see what's going on. Absolutely amazing stuff.
Oh, fabulous. Michael, you've got a seminar coming up
We
too.
do, and here's what, this one is going to be a little bit different. We've been trying to get 3 hours worth of identity theft, and you know, every time we do one of these, we do these to a lot of businesses, help them understand identity theft. You know, the biggest deterrent for identity theft, Cindy, is when you educate people. So what we're trying to do at Heron and Associates, we're trying to educate not only businesses and their employees, but we're trying to educate everybody. So we're offering a free identity theft webinar and seminar, so we can do it on the web or actually come to us at the, we're actually going to be doing this at the Mainstay Suites at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. And not only that, but if you're interested at all in maybe changing a career or looking at a career, after our seminar, we're actually going to show a company overview of our company, Heron and Associates, and what we're looking for people to go out and talk to small businesses and help them and educate them about identity theft awareness.
Very good, Michael. Well, as always, our time goes quickly. But again, if folks want to drop by, what time is that tomorrow night?
It's 6 o'clock, and that's the Mainstay Suites right next to Carlos O'Kelly's and Applebee's.
Very good, Michael. Thanks for joining us
Oh,
here
my
today. And again, folks, Michael Heron of Heron and Associates. And folks, as always, join me right here, 12:30. Coming up tomorrow, we will have Tammy Ryan, school board member, talking about some Dubuque Community School issues. So for today, for Voices of the Tri-States, I'm Cindy Coleman. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Michael, always fun.
Yes.